So she is something that, you know, we're not going to build in the immediate future, but definitely down the... What is going on, summoners? We're back today for another episode on the beginner account series, and today we are going to go over some rune crafting and some rune events with this whole legendary blacksmith event and everything that's been going on. As you guys can see here, we've been kind of rocking the siege lately. We actually won this siege battle, which blows my mind since I am almost the only active person in this guild right now. We did get a few new faces, so maybe there was some more going on. But, you know, I only used maybe like 4 attacks in Siege this round because that's really all the monsters that we have available to us to use. And you guys know, you've seen it, where we try to go up against the really weak defenses. If we can do it with a single monster, that is definitely the preferred, because then obviously we can spread our attacks out more. But this is really nice. 60 crystals, okay, not too bad, but 200 guild points, especially for where our account is right now, is a really, really nice bonus, you guys. So I'm really stoked. I needed to start the video with that screen up because honestly, I opened the account this morning. I'm like, oh wow, I'm impressed. All right, cool. More so surprised at the fact that we actually won. Plus, ooh, we got some guild achievement, successful defenses, mostly because we're probably going up against guilds that aren't, you know, also fully active. So all in all, very good. So let's just do a couple of our daily little routine stuff here right now, you guys, and then we'll get in. We'll do some crafting, and hopefully maybe we can even get one of our event runes. I've been farming a decent amount on the account since the last episode. Obviously, I haven't been able to put, you know, hours and hours a day into this account, unfortunately, but it's coming along. We've gotten a few runes. We've powered some things up, not too much, to be honest, though. Though we do have some mana, because I did a lot of farming last few days, and I haven't really done much in the way of powering up runes, so that'll be good as we go through and do some rune crafts. I haven't tried to push any higher into TOA at all since our last foray up there. We never really hit a wall, so to speak, I don't think. It was just kind of a... haven't tried it since, so... There is a new Scamstone rotation out, and Lucian is not in that rotation. However, Shayna, the Fire Chakram Dancer, is, so... Depending how our summons go over the next 3 weeks, we might actually use our scam stones to try and get Shayna. She's pretty solid. Okay, so we got a lot of guild points here, you guys. I've already bought the Ifrit pieces for the event, and we actually, because of the Summoner's Way event, we got a bonus 10 pieces. So we're already partway into our next Ifrit, and we definitely are probably going to want to get a second Ifrit at least here. Really want to get both the water and the fire ones. Theomar's, the water one, is an insane damage dealer, especially early game, but even into late game. Tessarion can be a really good just damage dealer too. In a lot of content, he can still be very viable. In late game PvP, he's kind of fallen off the map because he just doesn't bring enough to the table in his kit. He's one of the very few monsters in the game that has the Oblivion debuff, though, which is basically that blocks enemies from their passive abilities taking effect while that debuff is on them. So I do want to do a few summons, and we're probably going to start the day with said summons. What do we got? We got no premium scrolls. We got a few elementals, a few mystics, and the Ifrit. I think because of where we're at right now, crystal-wise, we can afford to buy a premium pack. And we're going to get to floor 80, I'm pretty sure, this go around, to get an additional 300 crystals there. World boss, we may as well go hit the world boss. See, maybe we'll get something special here. Coffee. Got to keep the video juices flowing, ladies and gentlemen. So how's everybody's event going? This event has just been absolutely lit. Really excited. We're going to be doing summons on stream before this video actually makes it onto YouTube. But I will be recording that summon session, and it will be put up on the channel here as well. So stay tuned for that one, you guys. It should be pretty lit. We got 2 Transcendent Scrolls on it. We got a little over 400 Elemental and Mystical Scrolls. We got over 20 LDs, and I think over like 12 Legendaries or something like that. So it should be a pretty fun session. Really looking forward to it, you guys. You will want to check it out. All right, so nothing crazy there. Why don't we try and do a couple quick TOAs here and see if we can actually push up in this. You guys may have noticed we've 6-starred our Sierra, we've 6-starred our Lauren, we've 5-starred our Vertiheel, and all of them are now max level. Okay, so there was a big push on to doing that this week. I've been kind of slacking on the Second Awakening side of things, but the Second Awakening stuff that we have available to us right now isn't super important for what we're focusing on content-wise. So let's see if we can do some of this. If we can push up and clear floor 80, I'll be really happy, and maybe we'll buy 2 premium packs, because today I'm feeling summons today, you guys. I'm just feeling summons today. Look at this. Our Lord's already starting off with crazy procs. No crit there. That is all right. We actually probably should have gone after one of the wind ones. No big deal. Can we put an attack break? There we go. Very good. We'll re-defense break that one. We'll attack break this one. Look at that. Ooh, okay. That was a dangerous hit right there. We get a kill. Sweet. Good kill. Good kill. Get another one. There we go. Okay, so we kind of misplayed here. Let's go back. I should have gone for the kill on one of the wind ones right off the bat with the crow. Wasn't thinking about it clearly enough. First battles of the day, you know. Got to get those first battle jitters out of the way, you guys. So we probably won't get as lucky with Lauren here right off the start again, but that's honestly to be expected, right? Let's get a kill there. There we go. And we got a couple attack breaks, which is good. And our Fran should be able to heal up the Sigmaris here. And all right, so we need to push you down a little bit. Let's heal this guy up. Good. Get a kill on this one. And get a kill here as well. That'd be really awesome. Push this guy back because he doesn't have the attack break on him. Let the attack break monster, you know, kind of do its thing. And then we should be safe. Should be good. Should be good. We good. We good. All right. Round 2. Who do we got? Light Ninja and Dark Darien. All right. We'll just push them all back. So the Light Ninjas are going to go after Crow, and he's going to be really squishy. Fran and Lauren will take on the Dark Vagabonds, but they are built a little bit tankier, so we should be safe. And we got attack breaks on everybody. This is why Sigmaris can be so good, even in TOA, you guys. Even as a big nuker, he can be really good in TOA to help control. Just because of damage mitigation. Damage mitigation is so incredibly important. Okay, can we get this kill? Nice. Just about. There we go. We'll finish it off with that. Get a freeze here. No freeze, no crit. Okay. Push this one back. And get... This one will die now. This one might die now. No, we're not getting many crits today. I know our crit rate on this account is pretty low, so I shouldn't be too surprised that we're not landing a lot of them. We'll take that attack break and we'll... Yeah, okay. So crit rate is something that we need to work on, you guys. Something we need to work on. I think we might have room to do that. So the Light Vagabond here is a secret dungeon that you guys are probably going to want to try and get at some point. We haven't on this account yet because at this stage of the game for us, he doesn't really provide much benefit, but he will down the road. He's got a passive ability that reduces all damage received by all your allies, so not himself, only allies, by 15%. So it doesn't his doesn't apply to himself. And in this case, where there's 2 of them on the opposing team, they don't double up on the middle unit. But they will then have their effect on each other. So everybody on that side of the field was essentially receiving 15% less damage. This is where the Oblivion debuff that the Tessarion offers would actually come in handy, because he can apply that debuff onto those Vagabonds. Now that passive effect is not there anymore while that debuff is up. I think it's a 2-turn Oblivion state, and it's part of his passive, so he applies it on both his first and second skill attacks. So it's actually really strong. In some stages, you could take that into the Artemiel boss stage, which I believe is on floor 80 in the TOA hard rotation this go around, and that is a really tough stage for a lot of people to get past because everything in that stage has counterattack built in. Now, Tesserion's Oblivion is a single target only, and he only has single target abilities. Something that maybe they could look to change with him that might make him more viable, actually. But you can start to mitigate that way. There's other units that are more preferred in that stage that will help you. CC is very important in there, and you can only do so much for CC. There's still an element of it that is left up to RNG, whether it's accuracy resistance or despair procs. There's still an element of RNG, and it might take a few tries to beat the stage, especially in the early going of your 2A hard pushes. But yeah, all right, so we got some Trinities here. A pretty unique LD monster. She's got a 33% speed lead, which is amazing, just like her fire sister, her hot-headed sister Vanessa. I like that. I'm gonna go with that. Her hot-headed sister. That's how I'm gonna refer to fire monsters from now on, you guys. The hot-headed brother or sister. Oh, puts up a revive. Can we strip that off? No, we cannot. Okay, so she's gonna revive herself here with soul protection. That's fine. Just a little bit more turns to get the kill in. There we go. So a Chroma here, the middle monster. She will actually be a bit of a challenge potentially here. The reason being is she cannot receive any negative status effects whatsoever. Think of her as basically having immunity buff built in permanently that you cannot strip or bypass. That is her special ability. So it's pretty unique. It can be really powerful when used in the right situations, but she also has the ability where it reduces the opponent's chance, so my chance, to crit any of her allies by, I can't remember the exact amount. It's a pretty decent amount as well, though. So the fact that we got crits on those Chloes there was actually pretty impressive. But thankfully, we do enough damage that we can kill her. There is a stage. I think it comes up later on in the TOA normal. I think it's like floor 87 or something like that, if I'm remembering correctly, where the boss in that stage is 2 of those Achromas and a Zyros. And if you've got a Garo built up decently well on vampire runes, the Garo can actually solo the Achromas because of his unique passive ability. And so that is very strong to have at your disposal. If you don't have a Garo, well, there's definitely other ways to do it, but you need to be pretty tanky to try and take them down. Especially being that it's on a higher TOA floor level, they are not as squishy as the one that we just fought. So it could be a challenge. We might actually get there this time. I would love to get up to floor 90 this rotation. That would be amazing. But I do expect that we will be able to clear 80 at least here. I'm hoping. I'm really, really hoping, you guys. Because those extra 300 crystals, given how much we're actually farming on this account right now and all the things that we're still got to do here, we should be able to afford to buy a couple premium packs and still be safe, if you will, in terms of not running out of crystals for farming. All right, we'll get a heal there. So these Tyrones, we did pull one in our big summon session that we did last episode when we did our 100 scrolls from the event. And he is one that we might actually build up for TOA hard, because he is very, very good CC. The Fire Sylphid there, the Beretta, is actually a really strong unit as well, you guys, for TOA. His third skill is an AoE skill that puts 2-3 turn dots on all enemies, accuracy resistance permitting, of course. And his second skill is a single target that does mediocre damage. He's not meant as like a nuke damage dealer or anything, but it resets the enemy's cooldowns. So that could be very beneficial in TOA, and you put him on a despair set so that he also has a chance to stun on his third skill. Ooh, Helphus. Okay, Lauren is going to be critical here because of her heal block and her ability to strip. I'm trying to think, who else do we have that might be of benefit here? And I think we'll keep the Bernard for now. Sierra could actually be good here because we can kind of stack bombs and hopefully blow him well past his shield. But as long as we can get a heal block on him, we might be okay. This one might take a couple tries. Helphus can be a tricky monster with his passive. Again, if we had Tessarion built up and strong enough, could be pretty easy to take Helphus down because it's a passive ability. And if you make the passive ability a moot point, easy peasy, right? All right, so this is a full team of 5 revivers we're up against. So they're going to revive themselves. My strategy when going into these fights is they don't do a lot of damage typically. So you try to use that to your advantage. And you start by killing... You kill one when you can, right? Now, we already know that the second monster on the left here, the other Iona, she has already used her revive. So it's on cooldown right now. So she is not the next kill target. It's going to be one of the 3 on the right. For elemental reasons, we'll go after that one. Now we can bait the other 2 into using their revives. And then the 2 that we've killed now, they still have their revives. So we got to make sure to kill them immediately again so they can't use their abilities. And then everything's on cooldown, and we should be able to hopefully kill everything now before... There we go. So there's no revives left on the field right now. We can get these ones down. We're going to be laughing in great shape. So, but they do still have their own heals and stuff, but we'll push this one back now. And this is the nice thing with a violent Lauren. She can just go kind of nuts here and really oppress the opponent. But they don't do very much damage, so that is not really a huge concern. We're going to save our cooldowns for the next stage here, and we'll be good after that, you guys. And then... Perfect. So there you go. So manipulate the AI as much as you can to your advantage, and it will definitely help with your success. So these guys, they do a lot of debuffs. So this is where Fran's immunity will actually come in really handy. There's no immediate death threat from any one of these guys right off the bat here. So we can just start by killing left to right, as we often do, and everything should be good. We're doing really good damage against these guys still. Our ability to nuke right now is actually really, really strong. So I'm not too worried. The boss stage might be a little tricky. I don't remember who Helphus is paired up with. I'm hoping it's nothing too intense. Oh, 2 Rashad's, what I forget her name. I did build her a long time ago. Now, the question we have to ask ourselves, I think we want to put the heal block on as soon as we can here. And then we're going to pop his bubble. Oh, wow. We almost one-shot him, you guys. We actually almost one-shot him right there. Okay, so we just lost our Lauren. That is critical, but he still has his heal block up, and we should be able to get the kill. Wow, we almost one-shot the floor 80 boss, you guys. That's impressive. All right, I do have faith that maybe we can actually get to floor 90. We're not going to push for that right now. If we encounter that double Acroma stage, if my memory is serving me correctly, if that was on 2A normal at 87, that might be our wall. That might actually be our wall because those things hit fairly hard, and I don't know that we got the sustain to push through that. So, all right, we got a ton of crystals here, guys. Let's get I want to do 2 premium packs today. We'll do 2 premium packs because we're not going to be cutting into our crystals so far that it's going to inhibit our ability to still farm a lot. Okay, we've got the auto store material monsters, so we can just send all our Angelmon to storage there. All right, you guys, let's do some summons, and then we'll look at some rune crafts, and that'll be it for today. So, what do we got here? We've got 29 mystics now. We're going to do our Ifrit as well, and we've got our 4 elementals. So let's start with that. I would love to see a Lucian. I would love to see a fire or water boomerang warrior. Would love to see a fire chakram dancer. Any of these things would be really good. I think we ended up getting a wind scroll from World Boss, an extra one. That's why we had the extra there. So I want to see 2 to 3 lightnings out of all of these. 3, it would be a little above average. 2 would be a fair bit below average. So if we can get, there's our first one. Very good. We just got Beretta. He is a fusible monster, and he is used for 5-star fusion. But this is awesome, because now we only have to fuse 1, not 2, for this account if we want to fuse what he's... I forget what he's a part of the 5-star of. It might actually be Katarina, in which case, not too worried about that right now. But definitely awesome summon right there, and he will be part of the TOA hard team as we start to build that out as well. All right, let's get 2 more. Can we get 2 more lightnings come to us? That would be fantastic. You've been kind of stingy on this account, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, an orang. I think we already had one of those. She, I believe, is also used in fusion, but is also can be the leader of speed, top end speed GB10 team. So she is something that, you know, we're not going to build in the immediate future, but definitely down the... Ethna, baby! New NAT 5! Woo! I was kind of hoping she was going to be the fire sister at first, because I've always wanted one, but this one is... All the Hell Ladies are really good. All the normal element. The Dark Hell Lady is the only one that's not really good. Let me put it that way. But the Wind one is amazing. The Fire one is amazing. The Water one is awesome for PvE. But we just got ourselves an Ethna, you guys. This is lit. I am so stoked. I do love this unit on my main account, mostly for PvP purposes. But this is awesome because we are at the point now where we start needing to get into some more PvP monsters, like for Siege and stuff, right? So this is really good. So her first skill, it's just a single attack that has a chance to apply continuous damage. Second skill, this is where it starts to get really fun, you guys. Attacks all enemies 2 times and weakens their defense. So she's an AoE defense breaker, okay? Also, your attack bar will increase by 10% each when the attack lands as a critical hit. So if you're going up against a 4-man opponent, a 4-person team, and all 8 of your attacks crit, you gain 80% of your attack bar back. So you almost get another turn right away. She's got pretty good base speed, right? 33% crit rate leader skill. Her third skill attacks the enemy target 5 times to remove the beneficial effects with each attack and stuns the enemy for 1 turn with a 30% chance. The chance of the enemy being stunned increases as the enemy's HP decreases after the attack. The stun is guaranteed if the enemy has 50% or less HP. So it's a single target strip, does decent damage, hits 5 times, and if they're below half their health, guaranteed stun. Otherwise, it has a 30% chance to stun, which isn't super amazing. So she used to be built on Despair because she was buffed recently. The guaranteed stun used to be if the enemy was below 30% health. They recently increased it to 50, which is awesome. So really stoked. Calm to us. Thank you. This was our 3rd lightning to put us above average, and we got a second NAT 5 on this account. A second wind NAT 5 on this account. Okay. I'm pretty excited now. We're going to have some fun moving forward with this account, you guys. Really stoked. Really stoked. And we still haven't even earned our Transcendent Scroll on this account yet. I haven't been able to do the hard mode Labyrinth stage yet. Fourth lightning to put us way above average. Okay. Okay. Water Rakshasa. She herself is nothing crazy, but definitely worthy for skill ups for her water and, or sorry, for her wind and fire sisters. All right, you guys. This is looking good. So if I had to choose out of the three elements which Ifrit we want, I want water. I want Theomars to start. After that, I am honestly not too concerned about getting the other ones right away. Like I say, Tessarion has his niches. He has his picks. If he is what we get now, we'll build him for sure because he is a good damage dealer. But Theomars is just, he is a primo damage dealer. He's got a really, really cool passive where he's basically an elemental king. He doesn't care what element you are. He treats everybody as though they're a fire monster, basically. So he always gains the 15% additional crit. Doesn't matter. Against wind, fire, dark, light, water, don't matter. And he has an endure, so that when any blow that would kill him pops his endure buff to keep him alive. Now that can be stripped, as say from an Ethna multi-hit, and still be killed through it. But that is unique. Let's see what we get, you guys. Really excited here. We got Tessarion. Oh no! We got Amir. Okay, so he's an AoE. He's got the same second skill as Veramos does, which is just an AoE damage dealing attack that does damage proportionate to his max HP and stuns them all with a 30% chance. And his third skill attacks all enemies with powerful magic. The damage increases by 30% for each harmful effect on the enemies. The damage increases by 50% if there's only one harmful effect on the enemy. So no matter what, you're doing at least 50% bonus damage, and unless they got no debuffs on them whatsoever. So he's a pretty good AoE damage dealer. Not a lot of people use him because there's just better AoE damage dealers in the game. I think this guy, we're not going to build him right away. I don't foresee the need, but we are going to continue to buy Ifrit pieces in our guild shop. So let's go buy our 2 Ifrit pieces for today, and that is actually going to put us up to 30 right now because of the bonus one we got from the Summer's Way event. So awesome. Awesome, awesome. And we already bought our Rainbow Mon here. Good. So we're laughing. We're in really good shape there. We'll keep that going. And yeah, right on, you guys. Right on. Look at this. That feels good. That feels real good. So let's go lock our new toys, because you always, always, always lock your monsters, you guys. If you're not going to be getting rid of it, lock it, please. Please. I do not want to hear stories about people losing them. All right. So we need a lot more high essences to boost her up. So look, if you look at her awakening skill, so every monster, when you awaken it, gains an additional 1 speed, okay? But her awakening bonus is to gain 15 speed. So she actually becomes a 119 base speed monster, because she gets the 1 from the awakening bonus that every monster gets, and then she gets the additional 15 on top of that. So her base speed is really, really high, and she's often built to be really, really fast damage dealer. And you want to have her on 100% crit rate, similar to our Vertiheal, similar to our Sierra. Well, Sierra doesn't need to be on 100%, but the higher the better. For their own turn cycling bonuses, they're built-in turn cycling bonuses, because turn cycling is king around here. It's king. We also got this monster. We fused this monster this week as well. Actually, we can awaken her right now. We can actually awaken her right now. Let's do that. She is part of fusion material, but she's also a really strong monster right now. Could be really good for us in TOA, among other places. We're going to lock our Beretta here, and I don't think, yeah, we won't have enough quite right now to awaken him, but that's okay. That is okay. Wow, you guys, solid session right there. So the other thing I wanted to do, as I was telling you guys, is some rune crafts. Let's go and see what we've got available. So we've got some Alunia Dungeon ancient rune crafts to do. We can do 3 of these. one stone shy of being able to do 4 of them, but that's okay. Hey, okay, that could be decent. That could be decent. We'll take that for sure. and not on that one. All right, let's go look at our normal high runes. So again, as per usual, we're going to start with violent. Looks like we get to do one violent craft. That's fine. Very good. On this side, we're going to try to go for swift because speed is king in this game, and having primo swift sets is really key, right? You want to get up to the point where you can have plus 200 swift sets, and the more of those you can have, the better. But that takes a long time. It's not easy, okay? Some accounts are luckier than others, of course, with getting this, but it definitely takes its time. All right. So we're going to get about 10 more in. We're really looking for 6-star runes. Because it's swift, we're speed chasing really hard here, you guys. We're at a point right now in the game where broken sets are still extremely viable for us. So if there's a rune that comes out that has good potential, but it's not going to be good in a swift set, we'll still keep it and roll it. But ultimately, swift is a speed chase. So this right here, the accuracy and resistance kind of suck as substats here, but the 6 speed, if this rune rolls 2 or 3 times into speed, this could be, you know, a 24 speed rune, which is going to be one of our fastest runes on this account for a long time to come. Long time to come. So, all right. Oh, we're out of rune pieces. All right, very good. Eventually, as you get more and more farming done, rune pieces will stockpile up and you'll have so many extra rune pieces you won't even know what to do with. So that's going to do it for our rune crafts right now. What else did we want to look at? I want to look at our event rune crafts, but there's also something else I wanted to show you guys here. So if you click on your main tower, all right, and then you exit out of that first screen that comes up, you get these options down below. You can go into storage here, actually, and you can see all your essences that you possess currently, which can be really handy, right? You just get an overall, okay, if you're looking to farm essences, well, what do I really need? Well, we really need low essences because we used a bunch to try to craft dungeons this past weekend to try and get a cowgirl without luck, of course. We need wind, we need waters, we need winds. Fire is okay, but we obviously need it because we need to do our Beretta. The other thing you can go to is over to this crafting material page. So you can see all the crafting items that you have available to you here. And these ones here, this top row, these are what drop in the scenario. And they are used to craft cosmetic buildings and plants and that sort of stuff. Maybe some Elia costumes in the crafting building here. All right, if we go and look at the special side of things, we can go and look down here at some of the Elia costumes, right? And you can see that they take some of these items. So if you're looking to, or in the decoration side of things, decoration's all just mana. So never mind. That's all just mana. So buildings, special buildings, okay, they can take some of these items as well. These buildings, they don't typically offer much in the way of bonuses. There's nothing super exciting that I would aim for with those. So what you can actually sell these, okay, to gain a decent amount of mana back. So 1800 mana off that one's not much, but this one here, we got 221 of these. So when you're doing like Fame on Hell over and over and over again to level up monsters and evolve monsters, you're going to get a lot of these items, and you can come in here and sell them for a decent little bonus, a nice little bump to your mana pool every now and then, right? So as you can see there, we just gained about a little over 50,000 mana with that. So, you know, we walk out of here with close to 60,000 extra mana, which is, you know, it doesn't sound like a ton, but it's a few extra rune power-ups for us, right? So just something I wanted to show you guys there. Let's go have a look at our event runes, see if we can make these things something super special and juicy. We also got to start getting our Devilmons, because now we literally just finished Devilmonning our Sierra this week. She is now max skilled. Now we've got a new NAT 5, our Ethna, to start putting those Devilmons into. So, all right, so we locked this one in. We got our Violent HP percent, slot 6 rune. We're going to hit confirm on that. That is perfect. So now we can come down here, and for 5 coins, we can refresh what we want our substats to be. We've got 200 coins that we can go through, you guys. We can also set our second rune, and I've decided that our best option for our second rune is going to be a will crit damage rune. Slot, so obviously it has to be slot 4, because it is crit damage is a stat, a rune and slot 4 that is probably the most commonly used on your account, whether it's for damage dealers or bruisers or whatever. And will is an extremely flexible rune set to go on anything. It can help. Will is almost a necessity in a lot of PvP, and in PvE it's kind of a moot point. It doesn't matter too much. But thinking about late game down the road, this is the rune we're going to want. And I'm actually doing one of these on my main account as well. So we're going to go ahead and lock that one in as well. So now it is done. Okay, so we've chosen what our 2 runes are going to be. Okay, neither of these came out with substats that I'm really excited about. With this event, don't be in a rush, okay? I'm not planning that we're going to finish one of these runes today. We're going to try use our coins and see what we get. Wait until you get those perfect substats, or like 99% perfect substats on your rune. And okay, so this one this for an HP percent rune, this isn't bad. Okay, I would like to see that flat defense be attack percent ideally, and 8% attack ideally. The crit rate, it could be a higher roll, it could be accuracy. I'm really okay even as crit rate with it. It's not bad. So if the event was ending tomorrow, I would be happy to take that rune as it is. So we're going to leave it for now. We're going to go over to the other rune and roll it and see if we can get something a little bit better there. So this is a little bit better. Let's keep going. This is, oh, no. Yeah, we do want those stats. So the speed on this is really nice. The accuracy on this isn't bad. And the defense and attack percent, they're really low rolls. So ideally it could be better. And if we could have the accuracy be HP percent, that would be just super juicy. Or crit rate. Crit rate would also be very acceptable there. Accuracy isn't ideal. So we'll keep rolling this one for now. So you got speed, HP, and crit rate. Okay. Those are all good. The resistance is meh. Speed, defense, crit. Okay, I'm going to keep what's on the left, just mostly because of the higher stat values that it offers. But this is an opportunity to be very picky, you guys. You get to kind of hand pick your rune, give more or less. So make sure it's a good one, right? And this could take literally hundreds of crystals to try and get that ideal roll, but it's worth going after. So this one here is really, really nice, actually. The resistance is a little nerve-wracking there. Not ideal, because our next step here, as we've gone over before, is to take this rune up to +6, right? And it only costs 2 coins to refresh your +6. So you can make sure that up to +6, you don't hit resistance, right? We're probably going to try to go for a double roll into speed on both of these runes, because that's going to be long-term most value for us. But then you still have to take the rune to +12. So there's still 2 more chances, a 25% chance each time that you're going to hit resistance. Ultimately, resistance we would gem out for a better stat, like crit rate or attack percent. In this case, probably attack percent, because then we can grind it as well and make this a super, super thick, beefy, efficient rune. But there's a chance it hits resistance, and then that's a little bit of a waste, right? If it hits resistance and hits any one other thing, or it double hits resistance, that's kind of a waste. So for that reason, I'm not super satisfied to the point where I want to leave this rune alone quite yet. It is still, if we had to take it, I absolutely would. I still value it more over that rune there. It's going to be tough to replace this. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be very tough to replace this. But I don't want to settle for something that's going to be crap, or potentially crap, when we still have so much time left to keep farming, to keep re-rolling these, right? If the event was ending tomorrow, I would take these and I would start using my coins to try and +6 them and do other things. But for right now, I'm pretty happy with this. Ooh, that's not bad. If only that crit rate was speed. Granted, the rolls are really low. The rolls are really, really low there. We want to try and get high maximum rolls on everything if we can. I feel like we're going to be running out of coins here very soon, though. So fingers crossed and all. Nope, definitely not that one. Okay. Oh, okay. That could have been nice if accuracy and resistance were something else. That defense percent is really low, and I don't like that. But everything else is only, you know, the attack and the crit rate are literally one below where we would want them. Do we go with this one? I feel like we go with this one, and we just hope it doesn't hit the defense percent. Because then we can gem the defense percent out for either higher defense or for HP, and I would honestly lean towards HP. Let's take this one. Let's see what we can do with this right now. So we come down here, we use 2 coins to power it up, or 10 coins rather, to power it up to +6. Okay, I don't like how that rolled, so we're gonna change it. Still don't like how that rolled. We're gonna change it again. We're essentially going for +18 speed here, you guys. Anything less than that is, you know, I would maybe take a 17 speed, but that's really about it. Okay, we got a 12 speed. So I was very fortunate. I did 1 rune on my main account so far, and I was fortunate enough to hit 17 out of 18 speed on that rune with literally 1 refresh. Very, very lucky. I had heard most people saying it takes forever, and we're seeing that right now. But we're not going to settle for anything less than 17 speed on this thing, because this is going to be a rune that's going to take us in, like it's going to be viable in end game. Both of these runes are. Both of them are. Actually, I've got a lot more coins here than I thought I had. It really does not want to hit that. Okay, so we're out of coins now. We're not going to collect the rune. Be very careful you don't hit that collect rune button. It really did not want to hit +6 there, did it, you guys? So, all right, we got 1 coin left. 1 coin. Let's refresh our gem. Why not? May as well. Not what we want. You only want legend gems. Via will, HP, defense, attack percent gems are really what we're looking for there. Speed, maybe 1 speed is acceptable, but that is going to do it for this video, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment down below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel, support the channel, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Happy summoning!